Why are the habilitation programs that you talk about different than regular therapy?
Because they have, well, there's a couple things. The first and probably the most pronounced is that the intention of American Native culture and their ceremonies is to assist people to have a one-on-one relationship with their higher being, whatever that higher being is. I call it Great Spirit. That's a preeminent. If that doesn't happen, I don't care what you do, nothing else is going to happen on a long-term basis. The second reason, or second profound thing, is that American Native culture is inundated with every aspect of it to honor and respect your heritage, your mother and father. Everything on planet Earth is sacred. And so it is based on respecting all aspects of life. As you leave a sweat lodge, what do they say? Matakyasan or Hayata, or all my relations, meaning I'm related with the trees, I respect everything. So the two basic principles in order to make any kind of change or alteration to a person's behavior, you need to have an environment in which they have a relationship with God. They develop a good relationship with God. The second one is that they honor and respect their heritage. If you have those two things set, I don't care what you do after that. It's going to work eventually. However, the American Native culture ceremonies, they have a unique ability to impact all five senses. Impact them very strong. And when you can impact all five senses with a tremendous impact, you make changes and alterations to people's behavior incredibly fast.
So talk about then five senses and the pipe circle.
Okay, the pipe circle has symbolic things. The pipe, the bowl represents God the Mother. The stem represents God the Father. They come together, miracles happen. And I explain that in the ceremony. And then there's a talking about it, but it's profound discussions. Okay? I will use touch in circles. I will do a breath in a circle. I will do all kinds of things to impact the five senses. Okay? Therefore, you get good results. And I say 50 to 60% of everything that I've seen will get resolved simply through a sacred prayer pipe circle. Then you have the breath ceremony. There, I believe 60 to almost 75, maybe 80% can be resolved just with the breath. There again, and that is a ceremony, in my belief, that the Great Spirit utilizes oxygen as the vehicle to enter every cell of your being. Therefore, when you finish a breath ceremony, there is this incredible, peaceful feeling you have, at peace. Even though you've just gone through all kinds of stuff and you realize all of these things, there's this peace. And I believe the Prince of Peace has infiltrated your entire being, every cell, through the breath. Therefore, you've got this peace. And some people will say the Prince of Peace represents Christ, and I believe that too. I just believe that the breath is the vehicle in which Christ can enter every cell of your being and start healing you. And so I believe a significant percentage of people get their things resolved with a certain amount of breath ceremonies themselves. The sweat lodge ceremony, because it has such an impact on all your five senses, I believe can actually take care of almost 90% of everything that you come up against. Everything. And that's because every cell, everything is has such an impact. But then there's some percentage that even the sweat lodge cannot touch, it cannot seem to resolve. And that's where peyote comes in, because then it starts working from inside in a cellular type of way. And I believe everything can be resolved with peyote in a sacred sweat lodge ceremony. Because you have the impactfulness, you have the peyote working from within inside, but they all have to have something. They all have to have a process of formulating your intention. Why are you doing this? What is it that you want to change? And that takes a long time, or it takes a tremendous amount of talent to assist people on what they really want. It's very, very difficult because people are afraid to get what they really want, what their heart wants. Because the society has had a tendency of saying what you really want is not good. And that is the downfall of a society that's based on the creation being the first sin. That you've come into this world under the mantle of sin. And so it's a tough one. And so you have to really help people, assist people to make an intention that really is something that will help them grow.